A massive star just completely deleted itself from existence, leaving absolutely nothing behind. No black hole, no core, just a void. While we think the universe follows strict rules, galaxies are currently breaking the speed of light, and light itself is multiplying like a hydra. Is everything we know about physics a lie? Imagine waking up one day to find out that a massive star just completely deleted itself from existence. Usually when a star blows up, it leaves something behind. Like a black hole or a dense core. But this one? It was a total ghost. Astronomers found a blue supergiant that was like 350 times bigger than our sun. But here's the kicker. It didn't just explode, it had a pair instability supernova. This means it ripped itself apart so violently that absolutely nothing survived. No core, no black hole, just gone. It's legit one of the rarest things in the universe, and it's honestly kind of terrifying. Be honest, does the idea of the universe just deleting things freak you out, or is it kind of cool? Imagine waking up one day to find out that real-life transformers are actually on the moon. No joke. Japanese scientists just landed a tiny rover called Sora-Q. It's only 3 inches wide, but here's the kicker. To make it work, they teamed up with Takara Tomy. Yeah, the actual toy company that makes Transformers. They used toy tech to let this thing shift from a ball into a driving robot. It's legit a miniature Autobot exploring lunar craters. It only lasted a couple of hours. But it basically proves that tiny robots are the future. Honestly, it's just wild. Am I the only one who thinks we should send a full-size Transformer to Mars? Or is that too risky? Imagine waking up on a world where it literally rains sand. This is WASP-94 a massive gas giant that's legit 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. For years, scientists couldn't see through its thick atmosphere, but things get way weirder. The James Webb Telescope just caught a break in the clouds. It turns out, the morning skies are made of vaporized rock, basically. It's a giant, flying sandstorm. But by the time sunset rolls around, the extreme heat actually dissolves the clouds, leaving a crystal clear view of the stars. It's the first time we've ever seen a weather cycle like this. Space is legit wild. Would you rather live on a planet with 2,000-degree sandstorms, or just stay here and keep paying crazy rent? I'm honestly torn. Imagine waking up one day to find out that NASA is using Mars as a giant slingshot. That's exactly what the Psyche spacecraft just did. It didn't just fly by for a boost, it actually used the trip to test its gear. We're talking high-res cameras and crazy sensors. But here's the kicker. While it was zooming past, it snapped some legit stunning photos of the Martian ice caps and craters. It's basically a cosmic pit stop on a 2 billion-mile road trip to a metal asteroid. Now it's heading back into the void. It's honestly mind-blowing how we're navigating the solar system. Be honest, would you take a one-way ticket to Mars if it meant seeing this in person, or is that a total deal-breaker? Imagine waking up to see 2 suns in the sky. That's Tatooine from Star Wars, but it's not just fiction anymore. Astronomers just identified 27 new planets orbiting twin stars. We've known about exoplanets for a while, but finding ones that loop around 2 suns is incredibly rare. Scientists used a genius new method to track light dips, but here's the kicker. These planets might be way more common than we thought. If confirmed, we could double our database of these wild worlds. It's a total game changer for space exploration. Does this prove we're closer to finding life out there? Would you rather live on a planet with 2 suns, or is one just enough for you? Imagine you're a planet for 76 years, and then a group of scientists basically votes you out of the club. That's exactly what happened to Pluto in 2006. And honestly, people are still salty about it, but get this, if we kept Pluto as a planet, your old science textbooks would be a total mess. To be a real planet, you have to clear your orbit. That's basically space talk for being the biggest bully on your block and sweeping away all the other junk. Pluto lives in the Kuiper Belt, which is literally just a giant field of icy trash. It hasn't cleared a thing. Here's the kicker. If you took Earth and moved it out to where Pluto is, Earth would lose its planet status too. It's just too far away to push all that debris out of the way. Turns out, Pluto is just a famous ice ball with a really good PR team. Which is why, if Earth would lose its planet status just by moving further away, is the current definition totally broken? Or should we just let Pluto back in for the vibes? Imagine waking up one day to find out that aliens aren't from another galaxy. They're actually right here. Like, sitting in your lap right now? Sounds wild, right? But a physicist from CERN thinks it's legit. See? We're obsessed with looking at the stars for first contact. But here's the kicker. We're ignoring the dark energy universe. This stuff is everywhere, but we can't see it. This genius theory suggests extraterrestrials could be denizens of that dark realm. They're basically ghosts in our own world. It's a total game changer for how we find life. Just imagine who's watching you right now. Be honest. Is the idea of invisible aliens in your room a total deal breaker for your sleep? Or is it actually kind of cool? Imagine waking up one day to find out that blue moons aren't actually blue, like, at all. It's a total lie. See? A blue moon is just the second full moon in one calendar month. It's basically a glitch in the timing. But here's the kicker. Not all of them are the same. Some are supermoons, but others are micromoons. That means the moon is way further away, making it look smaller and dimmer. They only happen every 2.5 years on average, so if you see one, you're legit witnessing a rare cosmic fluke. Pretty wild, right? Am I the only one who thought the moon actually turned blue? Or did you guys already know this trick? Imagine looking up and seeing the moon swallow a red star. It is actually happening this weekend, and it is wild. So, we have a blue moon coming up on May 31st. But here's the kicker. The moon isn't actually blue. That is just a name for the second full moon. But things get way weirder. The moon is going to slide right in front of Antares. That is a massive, glowing red supergiant star. In some places, the star will totally vanish in the US. They will look like they are touching. This legit only happens every few years. You should definitely check the sky tonight. Am I the only one who didn't know a blue moon isn't actually blue? Or did you guys already know that? So right now, pieces of the most famous comet in history are literally slamming into our atmosphere. Get this, we're talking about Halley's Comet. It won't be back for real until 2061, but it leaves behind a massive trail of space junk every year. This week, Earth is plowing right through it. Here's the kicker though, the moon is basically acting like a giant spoiler. It's 84% full, so it's going to wash out the show. If you want to see them, head out before dawn on May 5th. Find a dark spot where a building blocks the moon, and put your phone away for 30 minutes so your eyes adjust. These things zoom at 40 miles per second, leaving crazy glowing trails across the sky. Even if you only catch one, you're looking at history burning up. It's wild because, how did people back then see a giant glowing rock in the sky and not just lose their minds? Let me know below. Imagine waking up one day to find out that the stars are lying to you. Take the Sirius system. You've got Sirius A, a young blue giant. Then there's Sirius B, a tiny white dwarf. Now, white dwarfs usually take billions of years to form, so it looks like Sirius B is way older, right? But here's the kicker. They're actually the same age. Sirius B was just born way more massive. Because it was a total beast, it burned through its fuel super fast. It basically lived a fast and loud life, leaving a tiny core behind while its sibling is still chilling. Am I the only one who's been doing space facts the hard way, or did you guys already know this trick? Imagine waking up one day to find out that our own galaxy's black hole is actually breathing. For 50 years, scientists searched for black hole winds, coming from Sagittarius A star, but here's the kicker. This thing is on a crazy diet. It basically eats 1 grain of rice every million years. For a long time, it was just too quiet to see, but using a massive radio array in Chile, researchers finally spotted a giant cone-shaped cavity in the gas. It's legit proof that the black hole is pushing material away. It turns out our black hole isn't some weird outlier. It's actually pretty normal. Be honest, does the idea of a supermassive black hole in our backyard freak you out? Or is it kind of comforting? Imagine waking up to find a massive secret hiding behind our galaxy for years. The Milky Way's thick dust created a total blind spot. Scientists call it the zone of avoidance. Optical telescopes can't see through the gunk, but here's the kicker. A new radio telescope finally peeked through. They found the Vela supercluster. It's a literal cosmic heavyweight. This thing is 300 million light-years across. It's so heavy, it's actually pulling our entire galaxy toward it. We've been flying through space at crazy speeds. And we finally know what's pulling the strings. It legit proves that the universe is way weirder than we thought. Space is wild. Am I the only one who finds it creepy that something that huge was hiding right behind us? Or is it just me? There are galaxies out there moving twice the speed of light. For real. According to Einstein, that should be impossible. It's like the ultimate speed limit of the universe, right? But scientists found a galaxy called MOMZ14 that's receding so fast, it makes light look slow. So, did we just break physics? Turns out, no. Here's the kicker. These galaxies aren't actually running. It's way weirder than that. Space itself is stretching. Think of it like a balloon with dots on it. When you blow it up, the dots get further apart. But they aren't actually walking anywhere. The universe is old, 13.8 billion years old, but this galaxy is 33 billion light-years away. It only ends up there because the space between us is growing. So yeah, Einstein is still right because it's not the galaxy's fault, it's moving so fast. How are we supposed to trust physics when the universe literally breaks its own speed limit? Let me know your theories. We're on a collision course with a physics problem nobody talks about. You've probably heard of the Kardashev scale. It's how we rank alien civilizations by how much power they use. Right now, humans are sitting at a 0.7. NASA thinks we'll hit Type 1 by the year 2317. That means using every bit of sunlight that hits Earth. Sounds like a win, right? Well, here's the kicker. The guy who invented this scale forgot one massive detail. It turns out the biosphere doesn't like being messed with. There's this annoying rule called the second law of thermodynamics. Basically, using energy always creates waste heat. If we keep ramping up, the planet eventually pushes back. Physicists ran simulations, and a third of the time, the civilization just straight up collapsed. Turns out, you can't build a Dyson sphere if you cook yourself first. We have to balance our tech with the trees, or we'll find out why. Be honest, do you think humans are smart enough to balance tech and nature? Or are we toast? Let me know below. Imagine waking up one day to find out that light doesn't work like anything else. See? Most things can be broken down. A proton, you can rip that into 3 quarks. But photons are elementary. That means they're basically the smallest thing possible. Now, here's the kicker. If you actually try to snip a piece off a photon, it doesn't get shorter. It doesn't even break, instead, it just multiplies. It's legit like that Hydra monster from mythology. Cut one head off, and 2 more grow back. Except with light, you get infinitely more particles. It's honestly just wild. Am I the only one who's been doing physics the hard way? Or did you guys already know light was this glitchy?